I'm here today with Mr. Violent J of Insane Clown Posse, otherwise known as ICP.
Oh, it's an honor to be here, Leroy. I'm glad to be here talking to you. Maybe check it out. Got the new song, the new album, The Mighty Death Pop, Insane Clown Posse. Check it out in the stores.
I'd like to start off our interview today with an analysis of your new song, The World.
Oh, that's a good one there. I'd love to talk about it with you.
Let's begin. At the start of your song, you say,
I was in a bad time when I was writing this. It was a hard time in my life. And I wrote, at the beginning you hear, preschoolers and rulers. That was just kind of me lashing out. You've got the bottom and the top, the preschoolers and the rulers. That's all of society. It spans all society. Lashing out saying, preschoolers are annoying, these rulers, they're trying to oppress us. Here I am, my lyrics are real, they know what I'm really talking about. The preschoolers, the rulers, them all.
What about where you say gold jewelers and wine coolers?
Well, those are two separate thoughts. I started with the gold jewelers. That's kind of another symbol of the aristocracy. The gold jewelers, they're rich. They're making the gold jewelry. I was in a rough time in my life. It's a group of people that I don't quite agree with. As to the wine coolers, I do like to throw some good things into my tunes. And I like to discourage people drinking. You're drinking the wine coolers. I don't like alcoholics. I think they need to get into recovery. Drinking's bad. It's a scourge on our society.
What about chickens, ducks?
Well, chickens, I was thinking about it, and it's supposed to set a juxtaposition in your mind, because the chicken farmers, they abuse the chickens. They keep them in the little cages like this. Like I said, I'm all about the positive in my music, along with expressing myself. In this line right here, I'm talking about how I'm trying to get at the chicken farmers, how they keep them and they abuse the chickens. As to the ducks, that was another thing. Ducks are a particular group of people that I just don't agree with.
Let's move on to another part of your song here.
Critics, hear me, you. Even if you like me, you.
Now, I take particular offense to this line, being that I'm a music critic, and I know that your lyrics are made to shock, but why use these particular words even when music critics can have a large impact on your career?
Well, you are a particularly understanding individual, but normally the music critics are not kind to me. I say critics, I say the review, because my music reviews, even though my lyrics are good, I have a large fan base, the critics always say that they're they never want to say anything good about me. And, to them I say, you too. They say me, I say them. That's how it goes. In terms of even if you like you, my music, it requires a certain kind of mindset to listen to enjoy. Some people don't have that mindset. Lines like this, my lyrics are made to shock. My fans know that. So when I say, even if you like me, you, it takes out all the posers, the people that don't like it, that think I'm offensive, that think that my music's a scourge. It takes them all out, because only the true fans can understand what I'm trying to convey with that line.
We're back here with Violent J of the Insane Clown Posse. Let's go ahead and analyze the next portion of your song, The World.
The real deal is called the fakes. All 52 states.
Now here you say the real deal and then all the fakes. Who are these people, and why would you suggest that we do something like this to them?
Well, I'll tell you about the real deal and the fakes, because it's a real meaningful part of my song. I catch a lot of flack for it, but it really conveys what I'm thinking. I'll talk about the fakes first. To give you some examples of the fakes. The fakes are, the news media, government figureheads, the president, rulers of other nations, prime minister, all of them fakes. Really just a front, figureheads for an organization of banks. The New World Order ruling the world. That's the real deal. They're trying to oppress us regular folks like me. That's why I say them, the real deal, the fakes. Just figureheads for the banks trying to control us.
While that may be, how can you expect us to lend credence to someone who says that there are 52 states in our union?
Well, I say all 52 states, but, really what I'm talking about there, I know there's only 51 states. But what I'm talking about, is we basically got another state in Afghanistan. We got troops stationed there. We're basically taking it over, fighting the insurgency and all that kind of jazz. Yeah, I see through all that. We're just annexing them. That's the 52nd state. We got 51. We're getting 52 pretty quick here. So, I'm just mentioning that. Jump that in my opinion on that kind of